All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf Live. Let me go ahead and do some turn it down a little bit here. Hello, hello. All right. Make sure it's even on or not. I think it is. Hold on a second. All right. Let's see here. My levels are too high, or too low, or something. Let me. Okay. What about? Yeah, I think this. Okay, that's better. Um, do a setup here. Check my stuff. Okay. Let's see. Try it again here. All right. You might have heard a little music in the background. I'm just doing my test right here. I see a lot of us do that all the time. Let's see. So page. That's my phone here. I ain't doing that. Usually automatically goes to Twitter anyway. All right, guys. Well, I was trying earlier to do a podcast, a live podcast, and I apologize for that. I was trying to do a podcast from a Rodecaster that I haven't used since last August, and transfer it over to my. God, I hate when it does that. And transfer it over to my. I was trying to transfer it over to my tablet, but I think I messed up. I think it works. I'm gonna have to do is run some tests on it. I think I can get it to work. But what happened? I switched to YouTube, and I realized I forgot all my podcasts from Spreaker goes directly to YouTube. All right. Well, without further ado, we got a lot to talk about, guys and gals. This is one of those weeks where it looked like the ish has been hitting the fan for a while, and we ain't even out. We ain't even out of April yet. This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, live in the studio, all the way live. Don't even have to walk, don't even have to drive. This is DJ Wolf, and the show is DJ Wolf Live. Live from the studios of For All to Hear TV, associated with YouTube and Spreaker. Live here from Southern Maryland, in PG, Maryland here. All across the DMV, the nation, and the world. This is DJ Wolf Live, the one and only. It's getting serious out here, people. But we'll get through it, though. All right, guys. Hey, let me go ahead and get myself pumped up this morning here. Hold on one second. Make a change right quick and be with you guys in a sec. Here we go. All right, guys. Got to cut some new IDs here real soon. Got to cut some new IDs real soon, guys. Trying to get the sound down here a little bit. All right, I'll figure it out later. Anyway, this your boy DJ Wolf live here right now. Don't even have to walk. Don't even have to drive here. All right. Got a lot going on right now. I want to play a couple of sound bites as soon as I pull them up right quick. A couple of shockers, by the way. You know, I have so much to talk about here. There's so much to say. There's so much going on in this country. It's not even funny. It's just a lot of mess right now. I don't know. I don't know. I pray on it. You know, yesterday was Easter weekend. Couldn't do anything. We had meatloaf, turkey meatloaf, and cabbage. My mother called me last night, asked me about that. I said, yeah, you know, we ate pretty good. You know, it's a lot to do. The one of the things I found out, and I'm going to be totally honest with you guys, the one thing I found out when you're home, at least for me, I get lazy. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I start eating the stuff, and now, you know, I just crash out. I get lazy. I really do. Excuse me. It's just to a point where it's just, I don't feel like doing nothing. You know, and that's the danger about being home all the time, because you get to that point where you get complacent. It's just like, I can't do that, you know? Seriously, though. And it's one of the reasons why this situation with the coronavirus is a little bit on the dangerous side, because the economy is falling like crazy. You know, money's been taken out, and it's to a point where it's at a danger zone, to be honest. Not just with the economy itself, but with the situation with the virus, and people can't go to church. You can only go to grocery stores limited times, and other places. Like I usually go, you know, like any other time, even especially on the weekends, I go to Guitar Center. You know, because I am a DJ as well, and I'll be talking more about my DJ. We're doing some major DJ work coming up real soon. More on that a little later. But I can't go in and look at equipment and anything like that because they closed. They've been closed for about a few weeks. I think the last time I was there, I had an oil change in my truck about a month ago, and I went over there for about a minute. And they looked like they weren't getting any business that day. They got a little bit of business that day when I went, but it wasn't a whole lot going on. And then after that, this last time I was over there. I didn't even get to call any the regulars that I know over there. But anyway, it's a shame that I couldn't go. You can't do much. So my wife went to the market on, where did she go? She said, I think it was Saturday. I think she went Saturday. Yeah, Friday or Saturday, and she said she had to wait in line for about 20 minutes before she could walk in the store outside. But the line almost went to the other side of the shopping center. Yeah. I said, that's crazy. So it's just a lot. I don't know. It's like when I was in the market, I actually did a video on that. Matter of fact, I did a live video on that yesterday. I just came out the market. I said live from the store, which I actually was. I was live from the store. I was live heading out from the store, And but what happened was, I went in, of course, out here in Maryland as of this Wednesday, the 15th. Was it the 15th? I think. Yeah, the 15th of April. This Wednesday, everyone will be required in the state of Maryland to wear a mask when you go out in public, particularly when you go out in the grocery stores and the restaurants. And anywhere else for that matter. I also I went to YouTube. There's a site that I went to on YouTube about how to make a mask, and this guy showed you 3 different ways to make a mask. One way was to take a T-shirt and of course, put your face at the head of where you put your T-shirt on your neck, and then tie it, kind of tie it around in a knot. I mean, I knew that one, and with the ends of the arms and tied around. I knew that was the easy one. The other one is he showed a unique way of doing it with paper towels or napkins. And then the third way, which is my favorite, is to do it with a bandana. And it doesn't have to be a bandana. It could be a cloth, a piece of cloth you can do that with. I found that out. And especially if it was a decent length. Because the bandana, you can fold it at a specific length and do it that way, which is what I am doing. And it came out pretty good, actually. That's a picture I was trying to post by. I may post it on my next podcast and show you. As a matter of fact, I might actually do a demonstration on the YouTube video about that, so you guys can see that, because it was really simple. It was a lot easier than I thought it was, and it stays. And what it is you use 2 pieces of not 2. You use 2 rubber bands, 2, and I would say good, holdable, solid rubber bands that are strong enough to they'll hold in place. They don't have to be real strong, but just strong enough to hold the bandana in place to make the mask with. And you actually fold the bandana, I think, like twice. You fold it once. No, you actually about to throw it like 3 times. You fold it. Well, according to the Surgeon General, he folded up one way and then folded up in the opposite direction, and then he folded them up again after he put the rubber bands on. But you had to fold them up first, twice, and then you slip the rubber bands a fourth of the way on each side, and then you fold them again. But you have to overlap one fold over the other, and then you take it, and then you take it and you put the rubber bands on your ears and you hold it in place. And you just, stretch them out a little bit, and then it'll stay there. It'll stay there. It'll stay there. I mean, it'll stay there pretty snug. I was shocked. It stays on there pretty damn snug. As long as you have it on for that entire time period, it will stay on. And it doesn't smother you either. I mean, because I had one the way I originally wore the bandana on my face when my wife and I went walking yesterday was actually tighter than it was when I had it on with the rubber bands. But the rubber bands keep it snug on your face, when you have it on there, the way that they show you, and it's like a mask. It actually works. It's very breathable. It's very effective, as I told somebody on my personal Facebook page yesterday. So it works fine. But gas and gas, I don't, like I said, I don't know what's going on anymore. I got a lot of things that's on my mind right now, and I want to read this. This is something that was sent to me, and I feel it does need to be read. Hold on a second. I posted so many stories about this coronavirus in the last 2-3 weeks, man. I can't even keep up. I posted a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff on here. It's like, wow, it's crazy. As you notice, I was using some of my videos for those of you who follow me on my For All to Hear channel on YouTube. I had was using something called Switcher Studio, but I got something else I'm using. I'm using something called Live Stream that I'm using too, and I use. Matter of fact, I used it on my first live podcast that I did a few weeks ago on YouTube, and it turned out pretty good. But I've been doing a number of videos for the last. I can't even count. Maybe about 10, 15, maybe more than that, videos in the last month about this situation. I found something interesting that someone has sent me. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. While waiting for this to pull up. Guys, for those of you who haven't watched my YouTube channel, because I do post videos, I'm talking about actual videos besides the Spreaker podcasts that actually are filtered through to YouTube. Right now, what happened here? Did I just got knocked off? Okay, I'm about to say, I felt like I got knocked off over there. I was like, what happened? It just went on the fritz for a minute. I'm hoping it's still, I know it's on. I hope I'm still live. I think I am. Yeah, I think it's still live. I think. Let me double check. Let me double check, guys. I think I am. It just went, my computer just like it went dark. It usually don't do that. But anyway, so right now I have about 222 subs. I like to have more. Because if I have more subs, I can do more. Actually, I'm going to tell you one of the things I would like to do. I like to do a contest. I'm considering doing a contest for real, like a giveaway. The thing of it is, I don't have enough subscribers to do a contest. If I had, and this is me, and this is my word. If I get 1,000 subscribers or more, I'm going to do a big contest. The contest giveaway could be, and I actually have something in mind. One of the things I want to give away is my MPC Black. That's for starters. I have a DJ controller, a Newmark DJ controller I like to give away. And a couple other things. My Tascam, my old Tascam podcast studio, I love to give away that because I don't even use it at all anymore. Although I could. I actually use it with my current setup. But those are the things that I like to give away. Those are 3 things. I actually have more. But I need your support. And I'm asking you right now, if I can get 1,000 or more viewers, legitimate viewers, to sub my channel on YouTube, that means subscribe to my channel on YouTube, I'm going to do a big contest. Yes, that's going to be the DJ Wolf giveaway. But that's the only way it's going to happen. I love to do it. I love to do it. And the products that I would give away actually are they are working. They are workable though. They work fine. I mean, seriously. I wouldn't do it any other way. I don't give away stuff to people just because it don't work. No, it works. You know. But I like I said, I need your support on that. And that goes out for the YouTubers who are on my channel too. So anyone on YouTube or Spreaker or Twitter who follows my channel are eligible. Now, even if you don't follow my channel, you're eligible. But first come, first serve. Let's put it like that. But I'm only going to do the giveaway on one condition, is that you get me subscribers. And the first one to get me 1,000 or more subscribers will get a prize, a major prize. Seriously. But you got to let me know if you can do it. If you can do it, I'll work with you. No? Hey, I'm going to move on. All right, guys. Well, let me get started. There's a couple things I did want to talk about right quick. There was something that I was sent. Matter of fact, let me do the story, because this story has been hot on my mind for a while. There was a story that came out last week, matter of fact. And I think this is something that we might want to keep an eye out for. I heard about it late last week. This is a true story. Apple and Google to harness phones for virus infection tracking. Did you get that? This is no joke. Apple and Google are working to harness phones for virus infection tracking. In other words, they're teaming up to work on a joint effort to help agencies. Okay, think about it. To help public agencies worldwide leverage smartphones to contain the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, this is according to the local source here from AP and NBC4 here out in D.C. New software the companies plan to add to phones would make it easier to use Bluetooth wireless technology to track down people who may have been affected by the coronavirus carriers. The idea is to help national, state, and local governments roll out the apps for quote-unquote, so-called, quote-unquote, contact tracking that will run on iPhones and Android phones alike. The technology works by harnessing short-range Bluetooth signals. Yeah, I'm thinking myself, personally, I think it's a combination of Bluetooth signals and infrared technology. That's my thing, because they already have this technology in China already. I already saw it. I saw it was on ABC News last week. So they may be developing their own version, but I bet you they're probably getting some of that technology from China, or at least they might be, because it sounds very similar. All right, it says the technology. Oh yeah, I already repeated that. It says technology works by harnessing short-range Bluetooth signals using the Apple Google technology. Contact tracing apps will gather a record of other phones with which they came into close proximity. Such data can be used to alert others who might have been infected by known carriers of the novel coronavirus, typically when the phone's owners have installed the app and agreed to share data with public health authorities. Developers, well, good luck with that one. Developers have already created such apps in countries including Singapore and China to try to contain the pandemic. In Europe, the Czech Republic says it will release an app after Easter. Britain, Germany, and Italy are also developing their own tracking tools. No such apps have yet been announced in the United States. Well, they're looking at it now. But Governor Gavin Newsom of California said Friday that state officials have been in touch with the companies as they look ahead at how to reopen and lift stay-at-home orders. Quote, we were on the phone just this morning, for example, with Apple, he said at a news conference. Privacy and civil liberties activities have warned that the apps need to be designed so government, or So governments cannot abuse them to track decisions. I think that's what this is about, to tell you the truth. This is my personal opinion on that. Apple and Google said in the rear joint announcement that user privacy and security are backed into the design of the plan. Bullshit. I say that. The technology might serve as a stopgate until there is a widespread testing for the novel coronavirus, which in the U.S. remains limited after production problems and limited federal coordination of the test, production, and distribution. It is not a replacement for just having widespread technology, which will be more accurate, says Tiffany Lee, a visiting law professor at Boston University who studied privacy and technology. But clearly, we have a huge shortage of tests. Bluetooth signal tracking, as Google and Apple plan to use it, can protect privacy far better than other options such as GPS or cell tower-based location data, which allow centralized authorities to access the information. But Lai noted it could still lead to numerous mistaken alerts, which I believe is true too. Says, for instance, if someone were in full protective gear or in an adjacent apartment while physically close to an infected person. Pam Dixon, executive director of the World Privacy Forum, said in a conversation with Apple's senior director for global privacy, Jane Horvath, assured her that the initiative will protect people's privacy. Sensitive information will stay on individual phones in encrypted form. No personal identifiable data would be collected, and alerts will be handled by public health agencies, not the tech companies, according to the briefing paper seen by the Associated Press, who put out this article, by the way. It says location data for users won't be used, and the identity of the people who may have been affected will be protected by encryption and anonymous identifier beacons that change frequently. Okay. According to this person, Pam Dixon, it says, noting that companies can turn off the system when it's no longer needed. Right. Oh, they'll be using it. The government is not going to have identity information of those testing positive. Well, they already working on identity ID with your driver's license. So they won't need it. They'll already have that information anyway. That's another story. She also says the government is not going to have identity information of those testing positive. Yeah, right. Asked about the Google Apple effort at its daily news briefing. Okay. Okay, here we go. I thought it went off. Asked about the Google Apple effort at its daily news briefing, Trump, or number 45 as I call him, called it very interesting, but expressed a concern that a lot of people worry about it in terms of a person's freedom. We're going to take a look at that. No, he's not. You know, he's the same guy who said that they had everything under control regarding the virus. Trust no one. Security experts noted that the technology alone cannot effectively track down and identify people who may have been affected by COVID-19 carriers. Such efforts will require other tools and teams of public health and healthcare workers to locate people in the physical world, they say. They say in South Korea and China, such efforts have included the use of credit card and public transit records. See, I'm not going to read all this other stuff. I'm going to try to get to this. Let's see. Here it is. Google and Apple will roll out the changes in 2 phases in May. In May, they will release the software. They will release software that will support public health apps for both Android and iOS phones. In coming months, they will also build the functionality directly into the underlying phone operating systems. In other words, when you get an update, guess what's going to happen? You'll get it. More on Apple issues later, but on Friday, the company released preliminary technical specifications for the effort, which they called privacy-preserving contact tracking. Okay. if y'all say so. But okay. Stay tuned for that, y'all. You know. Yeah, they always say that. I want to read this other thing too. I'm gonna try to get to let's see if I can do something here. Because we still got a little bit more to go on it. And I don't know, just something about the whole thing is just stinks, for lack of a better word. I mean, absolutely stinks to me. You guys also hear about the fact that the Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, the cops visit his home after a report of a partying during the coronavirus pandemic. And I ain't gonna throw his name under the bus. All these other people were doing all this mess. And of course, yeah, they're gonna call on him. They're gonna say, yeah, he's been doing this, he's been doing that. I'm not gonna even read it. No, I'm not gonna read it. You know. There's just so much stuff, just so much news is out there. And it's really a shame. When I was out there last time, about 2 weeks ago, it just felt empty. It felt so empty out there. No schools were closed. All schools closed out here. I think they're talking about extending it here past May, because they're closed right now in May out here in Maryland. No kids playing. No proms. No graduations. No nothing, man. It's sad. It's really sad. People can't go out there and make money like they used to. Record unemployment is through the roof. 17 million as of last week. 17 million unemployed workers in this country, man. They're talking about recession. No, this is past recession. This is depression era numbers. Recession is a depression, to be honest. Y'all say recession is a setback. Depression is just out of control. It is. It's a damn shame. I was telling my wife, man, and I know she cried. I did too. It made me really sad, because I know the kids in this world, let alone this country, in this world, don't deserve the fact that their lives are altered because of man's bullshit. You know, notice how all these CEOs of these companies retired or resigned or stepped down just before this shit hit the fan. That's a fact. Don't believe me? Google it. Real talk. Google it. Many of them are retired early on, including Bill Gates, the man who predicted the virus epidemic some 5-6 years ago. You know how I know? Because I used to watch his TED Talk videos. Facts. I don't want to go into specifics on it. I might take you guys down the rabbit hole on that one. What I am going to do, I want to do a series of podcasts on about the rabbit hole on my studio real soon. If you want to hear it, I will send it out. I don't know, and maybe be a form of a private podcast, because this thing goes deep with that. It's crazy. Something else I wanted to do too. Okay, I'm going to read this. I'm going to try to find some content. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. That's me. That's me. I want to try to find some other content on YouTube, because there was a bunch of stuff that I watched. Let's see here. Hold on, guys. Let's see. Okay. What's that word about it? I should pull up the one where he's smiling about the doctor talking that junk. This is something Dr. Fiducci was talking about earlier. Let me see if I can pull it up right quick.
But as soon as it became clear that there was community spread, which means that it isn't just a travel-related case.
Okay. You've probably heard that. I didn't. Well, hold on a second. Now, this is something from MSNBC. Thanks, MSNBC. I appreciate it. This is on YouTube. And this is something that Dr. Fiducci said. Okay. Now, he's considered the top expert on infectious diseases. He spoke about when he knew the coronavirus was getting serious. He was quoted saying, as soon as it was community spread, it became clear we were in real trouble. That was towards the middle to the end of January. Now, think about it. And I'm going to play this clip. He works for Trump. Okay? By him working for Trump, if Fiducci knew, you better be damn sure Trump knew. That's for sure. That's for sure. Betcha he knew. Trump knew all along. Trump did know. He said, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. It's no problem. This is fine. You know, we got it under control. Yeah. Well, here's what Fiducci said. Let me turn it up, make sure you guys can hear it.
That there are cases that are in the community under the radar screen. Then it became clear that we were in real trouble.
When was that? Around when was that?
Well, that was probably towards the middle to end of January.
Okay. And what did you begin advising the administration and those authorities that we were, in fact, seeing something different here and this could be a major problem at that time?
You bet. And then that's when it became clear that there are a couple of ways of addressing that. You could either prevent or try and block the influx of new cases from out of the country. And already cases had come in from China, to try and say, that's it, we got to stop that, because now we already have cases here. And then it switched to Europe. And when Italy had their outbreak, it became clear that that became a danger. So that's when cases were cut off from coming in from Europe and then ultimately the UK. But by that time, we had enough cases in our own country that the ability to do the containment slipped then into the need for mitigation.
Yeah,
and we saw what happened in New York.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC.
See, guys, to make a long story short, these bastards knew about this shit. They knew it, and they knew they could have contained it if they wanted to. They didn't. Okay? Even though Trump tried to reassure the country at the time, we got it under control. They never had it under control. What they had under control was the money. Okay? Let's be real. That's around the time all these daggone CEOs started retiring and stuff. I'm going to try to get some more information on that. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But this thing is no joke. It's out of control, man. I'm going to read something that actually might shed light on this. All right. Here we go. This is something that was sent to me called Timeline of Trump's Criminal Incompetency about COVID-19. All right. And I'm just reading you what it says. It's a lot to it. There's so much to it. Okay, and this is documented. Much of it is documented. All right. It says, timeline of Trump's criminal incompetency about COVID-19. December 18th, House impeaches Trump. Now, we all know about that. December 31st, Wuhan, China confirms that health authorities were treating dozens of cases of unknown origin. January 8th, first CDC warning. January 9th, Trump campaign rally. January 14th, Trump campaign rally again. January 16th, House sent impeachment articles to Senate. January 18th, Trump golfs. January 19th, Trump golfs. January 20th, first case of coronavirus in the U.S., Washington State. January 22nd, and this is what this fool said. We have it totally under control. It's one person coming from China. It's going to be just fine. January 28th, Trump campaign rally right from January 28th to January 30th. February 1st, Trump golfs. Does this guy ever work? February 2nd. We pretty much shut it down coming from China. February 5th, Senate votes to acquit. To acquit! Think about it. This son of a bitch been golfing, campaign rallying, golfing the whole time. He knew he had nothing to worry about. Okay? He didn't take the thing about China seriously in the first damn place. It spread it throughout China. It was spread throughout Europe and into Italy. Okay? And he's telling you on 22nd of January, we got it totally under control. He's telling you and generalizing something that he really didn't have any real or bother to actually look into. What kind of president is that? He didn't take it seriously. Not at all. Not in the least. You know, somebody else is handling it. They got it. You know, that's basically what he said. You know? But he's like, on February 2nd, we pretty much shut it down coming in from China. But he doesn't give you any details. February 5th, Senate votes to acquit. Then takes a 5-day weekend. February 7th, State Department announces it already shipped almost 17.8 tons of PPE to China. Yeah, they were helping out China. Yeah. February 10th, another campaign rally by Trump. February 12th, Dow Jones closes at an all-time high of 29,541.42. February 15th, Trump golfs. And from the 19th to the 21st, campaigning again. February 24th, the coronavirus is very much under control in the U.S. Stock market is starting to look very good to me. This is Trump. February 25th, CDC announces, and it says CDC and my administration are doing a great job of handling coronavirus. I think that's a problem that's going to go away. They have studied it. They know very much. In fact, we're very close to a vaccine. That's what that asshole said. And yes, I said it. February 26th. Well, let's go back to that. February 25th. And this is what really I don't understand. He talks a lot of cash talk, but he doesn't back up what the fuck he says. Now I'm going to tell y'all right now, get the kids out the room because it's about to get ugly. Okay? This is about to get real ugly. And it goes to show you how lackadaisical of a president, a quote-unquote guy who y'all put in office, who's y'all president, okay? This is what pissed me the fuck off. All right. From February 25th and 26th, that's when you could tell he really didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit the whole time anyway. But, well, let's go back to the 24th. I'm sorry. February 24th. The coronavirus is very much under control in the USA. Stock market's starting to look very good to me. Think about that. He was more concerned about the money fund than he was about the potential virus coming into the United States. That's a red flag right there for him. And how much of a liar he is. Then on 25th, he says CDC and my administration are doing a great job of handling coronavirus. He wants a pat on the fucking back for something he hadn't even resolved or even looked into or even really addressed. This is why I don't like this guy. I really don't. I have no respect for this guy. People say, well, you need to have respect for the office of the presidency. I would if he was any kind of president. He's not. He's a fake. He's talking about fake news. How about fake president? Because he really is. You know? But he's irresponsible. February 25th again. CDC and my administration are doing a great job of handling coronavirus. I think that's a problem that's going to go away. They have studied it. They know very much. In fact, we're very close to a vaccine. He's just journalizing shit. February 26th. The 15 cases in the U.S. within a couple of days is going to be down to close to zero. This is what he said. The 15 cases. It was 15 cases by February 26th. Think about it. He knew about the first one back in January. Okay? He knew about the first case back on January 20th in Washington State. By February 26th, he knew it was 15 cases in the U.S. And this is what he says. The 15 cases in the U.S. within a couple of days is going to be down close to zero. Quote, we're going very substantially down, not up. I saw him say that myself. Also, this is a flu. This is like a flu. Now, you treat this like a flu. It's a little like the regular flu that we have flu shots for. And we essentially have a flu shot for this in a fairly quick manner. How the fuck you gonna make that statement? You're not a goddamn scientist, you son of a bitch. See, there's no sense of urgency with guys like this. He just wants to quickly resolve in a bottle and going away. Yet, he's being irresponsible and telling people it's not a big deal. And he doesn't give you enough information like he knows what's really going on himself, because he don't. He doesn't pay attention to it. He don't care. Now, this is what he says the day after, on the 27th of February. One day is like a miracle. It will disappear. One day is like a miracle. It will disappear. Lord help us. Seriously. I'm not joking, man. Lord Father, in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost, man, we need help. Because this rat bastard don't know what the hell he doing. He really don't. You can hear it. The most irresponsible things I've ever heard from any president in all my days of even growing up to know what a president was. One day it's like a miracle, it will disappear. See, you can tell right there, he wasn't even sure what the fuck he was saying. One day is like a miracle, it will disappear. All right, let me continue on. February 28th. We're ordering a lot of supplies. We're ordering a lot of elements that, frankly, we wouldn't be ordering unless it was something like this. But we're ordering a lot of different elements of medical. And then he goes to a campaign rally. March 2nd. You take a solid flu vaccine. You don't think that could have that could have an impact or much of an impact on corona. A lot of things are happening. A lot of very exciting things are happening, and they're happening very rapidly. Now, were you asshole? Because I'm not going to call him president. He's not my president. I didn't vote for this son of a bitch. All right? I don't really want to call him 45 because he don't even deserve to be 45 as far as I'm concerned. President 45. No, I'm just going to call him Trump. A lot of things are happening. A lot of very exciting things that are happening, and they are happening very rapidly. Now, to me, he generalizes it. He doesn't give you any real information at all. It's like he doesn't know what's going on. He feels the environment of something's going on, but he doesn't really pay attention to what's going on. And I think he's talking about what was going on with the stock market. That's what it sounded like to me. March 4th. If we have thousands or hundreds of thousands of people that get better just by, sitting around and even going to work, some of them go to work, but they get better. Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't had my breakfast yet, and I'm already starting to get a headache. Just reading. Oh my God. I almost don't even want to read this because he is so inept. Let me read this again because I'm trying to get a better understanding of how stupid he really is. All right. If we have thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that get better just by, sitting around and even going to work. Some of them go to work, but they get better. Huh? Apparently you don't. That's another story. And then March 5th. I never said people that are feeling sick should go to work. The United States has, as of now, only 129 cases and 11 deaths. Really? That's one too many. Not only for the cases, but the deaths. That's one too many. And he says, we are working very hard to keep these numbers as low as possible. All right, I digress. Let me. Okay, Wolf. Woosah. I need some woosah so bad. So bad. Oh, it gets better. Check this out. March 6th. I think we're doing a really good job in this country at keeping it down. A tremendous job at keeping it down. Anybody right now and yesterday, anybody that needs a test gets a test. They're there. And the tests are beautiful. The tests are all perfect, like the letter was perfect. The transcription was perfect, right? This was not as perfect as that, but pretty good. I like this stuff. I really get it. People are surprised that I understand it. I'm not surprised at anything, whether you understand it or not. Don't sound like you understand this either. But then it goes on to say, every one of these doctors said, how do you know something about this? You really want to know? That's not, I'll get to that in a second. Maybe I have a natural ability. Maybe I should have done that instead of running for president. Oh, God. I don't need to have the numbers double because of one ship that wasn't our fault. I'm pausing for effect, people. And to keep from getting a headache. And from getting pissed the fuck off. All right. Let me read this again. And I'm going to read it in my tone. I think we're doing a really good job in this country at keeping it down. A tremendous job at keeping it down. Anybody right now and yesterday, anybody that needs a test gets a test. That's what he said. He's talking. He's pontificating. But he's saying this stuff and being irresponsible at the same time because he's not checking with the people about all of this information, and he doesn't have a staff that he needs to have a staff to do all of that, to verify stuff for him so he know. I'm going to get to that in a second. And then he says they're there and the tests are beautiful. He's talking to people, filling people up with bullshit, all while he don't have no facts. The tests are all perfect, like the letter was perfect. What letter? The transcription was perfect, right? This was not as perfect as that, but pretty good. I like this stuff. I really get it. People are surprised that I understand it. Every one of those doctors said, "How do you know so much about this?" Maybe I have a natural ability. Maybe I should have done that instead of running for president. I don't need to have the numbers double because of one ship that wasn't our fault. It gets better, people. March 7th and March 8th, he golfs. Later on, March 8th, we have a perfectly coordinated and fine-tuned plan for the White House for our attack on coronavirus. And what is that? He says again, we have a perfectly coordinated and fine-tuned plan at the White House for our attack on coronavirus. Now, mind you, that was March 8th. Oh, it gets better. March 9th, he says, let's blindside the world. No. You knew about this, Trump. I'm not done. I'm going to keep reading them. I'm going to get to your ass in a minute. March 13th, he declared a state of emergency. March 17th, this is a pandemic, Mr. Trump told reporters. No shit. I felt it was a pandemic long before it was called a pandemic. Now, mind you, this is the same guy. On January 22nd, the same motherfucking son of a bitch that said, quote, we have it totally under control. It's one person coming from China. It's going to be just fine. And then on February 2nd, he said, we pretty much shut it down coming from China. This was his very fucking words. Okay? This is what gets me pissed the fuck off. Then on March 17th, he tried to dumb down it, saying, I feel it was a pandemic long before it was called a pandemic. Why the fuck you didn't act like it was, you son of a bitch? You show no concern the whole fucking time. And people out here, by the thousands, are dying. Now, I'm going to get to the thing about black folks and being affected by this and record numbers. I'll get to that in a second. But right now, it's affecting everybody in the entire country, in the entire world, in every state in this fucking union. And you're going to sit there and say that you knew about this pandemic long before it was called a pandemic. Maybe you did. Maybe you did. And you should be accountable for it. Because on January 22nd, you didn't even take it seriously at all. And if you knew it was going to be a pandemic, and you as a president was going to try to do something about it, why didn't you even try to do anything about it on January 22nd instead of talking bullshit about, hey, everything is fine, we only got one, it's only one. Because you full of shit. And then he says on the 18th, because he called this the China virus, quote, it's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China. That's why. It comes from China. I want to be accurate. Really? First of all, let me talk about that right quick. This quote-unquote Chinese virus, all right? Now, don't get me wrong. Over not only in Asia, but in other countries, in Europe and around the Middle East and other countries, they eat different foods that are different from what we normally eat as Americans, right? That's a fact. I've been overseas. I know stories about the type of food people eat, and they, around the world, there are people in other countries that do eat exotic animals. This is a known fact, but here's the thing. They've been doing it for decades. This is nothing new. Nothing new under the sun about this. You want to tell me that one damn wet market in China started a eruption where this thing took out nearly 1 million lives all over the world, and they've been eating this kind of stuff for decades? Bullshit. Okay? Now, whether it has anything to do with it or not, I don't know. Now, I'm not going to defend the Chinese on that, and the reason why I won't, because the same Chinese people who Trump had made that statement to are the same Chinese people who are kicking black people out of China. Yeah. Because now they're trying to make it look like, it's a black disease. No, it never was. I'll get to that in a second. March 23rd, Dow Jones closes at 18,591.93. March 25th, 3.3 million Americans filed for unemployment. March 30th, Dow Jones closed at 21,917.16. April 2nd, 6.6 million Americans filed for unemployment. And later on that week, it went up to 17 million. All right. Now, the symptoms, okay, or rather, or fatigue, headaches, I think vomiting, nausea, fever, severe coughs. That's a multitude of that. But they also said people will be the most affected. People be affected the most will be people with high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, okay, and heart problems. All right. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I've talked about with other people that I knew, and of course, we said that sounds like something that a lot of people we know that happen, and with people with weak immune systems. That sounds like a lot of black people I know, which is true, And that may be the reason why the Chinese decided, okay, well, we're going to, and other people, well, I ain't going to say Chinese directly, but it's probably why the media decided to focus on black people so it could take it off the Chinese. Focus off of attention off the Chinese, who may have inadvertently been responsible for this thing, but I'm not going to say whether they actually were or not, and put it on black folks. This is the media doing. Okay? Now the media is focusing on this proportionate number of blacks are dying higher than other people. Now, I don't know if that's facts or not. I'm not gonna roll with that. Now I will say this: we do have a high number of people with the four things I just mentioned, and part of that is from hereditary of parents and grandparents and great-great-grandparents that had that problem right through slavery, eating all that slop that was forced on them by the white man. Let's be real. Okay? But then I can hear people now, well, this generation, yeah, that's true. But you know what? When you have generations of family who raise up on this stuff, sometimes it's hard to break that habit, because it was hard for me to break it. I still have bouts with food binges every now and then. I'm better than I was, and I make better choices now, but it's still a struggle, especially when people sitting at home. Because a lot of us are sitting at home, and we usually don't eat like we do. I don't. Well, last 2 weeks, I've been eating crazy, man. Back eating McDonald's. I hadn't eaten McDonald's in about a year. I went and got 2 sandwiches from McDonald's, although I ate them a different day. I ate one sandwich one day, the next. But usually I don't go to McDonald's be eating like that. I don't usually mess with Big Macs like that. I haven't ate a Big Mac in a number of years. Fish sandwich too. Large fry. I had that last week. All right? That's because I ain't had time to cook. That's another story. And then before that, I had two sausage McMuffin with eggs. I mean, no, 2, or was it? No. Yeah. Sure did. So I'm back eating that stuff. I start back. That's what I'm saying. When you get, laid off like that and stuff like that, or you had to temporarily laid off or whatever, you get to eating bad habits. I'm telling you for a fact. Absolutely. And that's one of the things you have to curb from. And it's a hard habit to break, even for me. And I know better. But guys and gals, we gotta try to do better. We'll get through it. I mean, I was telling my wife the other day, I'm more concerned about the kids right now because they call this the new norm. But for me personally, growing up in Cleveland, Ohio, living over there off of Superior Avenue, compared to now, there's nothing new about this normal that's out here today, where everybody has to wear a mask, where you can't even touch anybody, where even Fiducci said himself, we may get to a point we may not be able to shake hands anymore, which I can kind of believe. He may be right. We'll be more conscious about touching things and stuff like that. Something we should have been doing anyway. Because you were grabbing on doors and touching windows and glasses and picking up, stuff off the ground and, shaking hands with people, even strange people you don't know, and hugging, kiss on people you don't know. It just now it's making you more skeevy than ever. Like me, I was in Giant, local supermarket Giant last couple weeks, and even I was like skeeved out. Especially the first couple of days when I walked in there with no mask on. I was skeeved out. Then I heard somebody was saying that they think it might be in the air anyway. They said they were going outside a couple times and they had to dry cough a few times while they were outside. They said put the mask on, they didn't stop coughing. Just saying. You don't know. You never know, man. I'm telling you, it's just a lot that just don't add up. And everything I read to you just now in the last few minutes, a lot of it don't add up. Just being honest. But it is a wake-up call. That's for damn sure. It should be a wake-up call to me as African Americans as well. Because I, myself, for the last 3 years, along with other YouTubers, including my dude, Minister of Wellness, who's on YouTube. Check him out. He has a lot of great advice. He is a health expert. Been telling people about getting healthy and staying healthy. This is why you just get healthy and stay healthy, for stuff like this that goes down. Okay? I've been talking about being healthy for a while. I eat more vegetables and fruits than I ever have in my life. Almost on a daily basis. Well, like I said, I do slip up a little bit, but not like a lot of people do. When I go past McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King and Arby's and them places, man, the lines be, especially McDonald's out here. That damn line go all the way around the block. They got 2 lines at the McDonald's where I go to now. Lines go all the way out to the parking lot. All the way out the parking lot, matter of fact. Y'all know y'all ain't eating right. Y'all know y'all not. Y'all know y'all ain't working out, walking. And walking, really, truthfully, I'm going to tell you, walking is the best exercise I've ever done outside of, running. I know one day me and my wife, we walked for 45 minutes around the neighborhood. By the time we got back, I was dog tired. I mean, we walked consistently for 45 minutes. Matter of fact, we did a walk around about 30 minutes yesterday. I wasn't quite tired, but I was a little bit pooped. I'm going to tell you, that's what you need to do. Drink more water. That's another thing you need to do. Drink green drinks. People joke about drinking green drinks, but I'm going to tell you right now, I've been drinking green drinks for the past month and a half, and I never felt better. I even drink it at night sometimes, and I've never felt better. Only thing about it by night, well, at least if I drink it at night, and if I had to go to the bathroom, I just go right into the bathroom, do my business, and I feel better. I ain't go to sleep. I even sleep better. But people talk about the green, and I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret about how I get to the green drinks. You put one, that scoop of green drink in probably about a 16-ounce, 20-ounce bottle of water, and you put a pack of Crystal Light, or your favorite flavor Crystal Light drink in there, which don't have any sugar, almost little or no sugar anyway. Mix it up real good. Tastes like a fruit drink. It tastes real good too, by the way. I drink it up. Matter of fact, I drink it while I'm on the job. Usually I drink it about 2-3 times a day. And it does help with your digestive system. It really does. It helps. It keeps it flowing like I've never seen before. It's like, wow. First time I started drinking, it was like, it really does help a lot. So guys and gals, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm getting ready to go eat because I'm a little bit hungry, and I'm waiting on something to come through. I'm moving my package. Let me see if my package can't throw it down. I'm excited about this thing. This thing might be a game changer for my music. I say it all the time. But I'm going to say this to you guys. Oh, there was, well, I'll talk about it later. It was about the voting. They actually had voting in Wisconsin the other week. And it didn't stop the people from voting. They had on face masks and gloves and ready to vote. But there's so much going on, guys. I got a lot more to talk about. I have my daily podcast I'll still be doing every day throughout this thing called the coronavirus, COVID-19. I call it Corona Crazy because it's going Corona Crazy. There was one other thing I was going to talk about too. I wasn't going to bring it up. Oh, good. It's almost here. Siblings Day. And it's really a shame that a lot of us can't do that. Oh, I was going to recommend some movies for you guys who are staying at home, by the way. Check out Lifetime's movie about the Clark sisters. My wife and I watched that Saturday night. I really enjoyed it. Kira Clark Shears, the daughter of Karen Clark, did an amazing job. But the whole movie was good. The actress that played, I forgot the actress name that played the mother of the Clark sisters. She was brilliant. She was fire. I mean, she was really, really, really good. I forgot the actress name, but she's a very underrated actress, by the way. She reminded me of her playing her mother. Reminded me of her playing kind of like she was kind of opposite of Angela Bassett when Angela Bassett played Katherine Jackson in the Jackson 5 TV movie, but she was kind of like Lord and Hill. The guy played Joe Jackson in the Jackson 5 movie too. So she was a little of both, but she was more on the Joe Jackson side of the house, though. Their mom. Really good movie. Containment. That's like a 13-part series. It was on the CW. It was about 4 years ago. Really good. A lot of it pertained to what's going on now. There are even stuff that they talk about towards the end of the series that remind me of what they're trying to do now. I'm not going to tell you. You have to watch the show to find out. I'm trying to think what else to recommend to you. Bad Boys 3. It's if you want to pay $20 to watch it on Prime, it's out right now on Prime. And I think if you have files or anything else like that, Xfinity, whatever, is out. Really good movie. It's still a funny movie, but they didn't put as many jokes into it as they used to. So you might want to, it's an action movie. It's actually more action than comedy. It still has comedic timing in it, but it's not. They didn't put a lot of jokes in it. Not that it wasn't funny when they did, but it's just that it's a little bit more. Has a little bit more dramatic effect. I'll say that. But it was good. It was still a good movie. I'm trying to think of something else. We saw a lot of movies. Contagion. That's another great film. I actually got to watch it again. That was really good. For those of you who follow Tyler Perry, especially BET Plus, I highly recommend the series, the new series he got that's on BET Plus. It's exclusively on BET Plus. It's on nowhere else but BET Plus. It's called Ruthless. Whew. That show was complete fire. I'm telling you right now. I'm trying to think what else. That's pretty much. I know there's one show on UMC called The House Divided. If you didn't see the first season, you guys see it. It's really good. Matter of fact, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, I forgot. The guy played Michael Jackson's father in the Jackson 5 movie. That's who I was. I'm trying to pronounce his name. He's the star of that show, A House Divided. That's a really good show. And season 2 is coming up April 30th. I cannot wait. Really good show. Trying to think what else. It's so much stuff. But if you guys on YouTube, For All to Hear TV, if you have any suggestions, let me know. I have a few. I just can't think of them at the top of my head right now because I'm getting hungry and my hunger pains are coming along. So I got to go give me a little bit of breakfast here. But I was just throwing those suggestions out. There was actually a couple movies. There was a movie on Lifetime last night with Kim Fields. I can't think of the name of it, but my wife said she saw it before. I forgot the name of it. Just came out. That's a good movie too. I forgot. There was also something that was on the Trinity Broadcasting Network called Jesus. It was from a place called Sight and Sound. My wife's been to it a few times. They highly recommend it. I saw it. It's an amazing play that they actually put on. They actually shot in 4K. It looked like it shot in 4K. And they broadcasted over the weekend. I don't know if they're putting it back on TV, but I know it's on the TBN network, and I'm pretty sure they probably will because it was really good. It was like watching the Bible. I'm not kidding, and I know people say it exaggerate, but it really was like watching the Bible coming to life. It was good. It was good. I mean, I was like, and it was a play. It was a stage play called Jesus. I mean, it was really, really good. I hadn't even watched. I only watched the first maybe 40 minutes. I think it's like almost a 3-hour play, but it was good. So, I'm trying to think what else I got here. That's all I got, guys. But we're gonna pray on it. We're gonna continue to pray for it. Pray for the people. Pray for the world. We'll get through this, man. Like I said, I'm concerned, but I'm not really worried about it. You know, I'm just going to get accustomed to dealing with it for right now, and we'll get through it. I will have more to say on some more other my daily podcast, which I'll be doing throughout the day and throughout the week about this corona crazy virus that's going on and going around. Make sure you cover yourselves. I'm actually going to shoot a video sometime today. I will post it on YouTube, guys, For All to Hear TV on YouTube for you Spreaker followers and YouTube followers on how to make a mask from a bandana. It's real simple. I did it. And my wife because we watched the video on it yesterday morning, and so she gave me a bandana she had, and before she could turn around, I had already did it. That's how fast it is, and it's stable. Yeah, because I told my wife, it's stable, it's sturdy, it stays on there, and it stays on there tight. I was surprised from a bandana. It's not stapled. You don't have to staple it. You don't have to clip it on. It's something you could put on very DIY. You could put in your pocket, and before you even get to your office or wherever your place of work, You can have it on before you get in there, and it's stable, and it stays on. It stays on pretty good as long as you have it on your face. And when you take it off, you just gently remove it off your face and fold it back. And you put it back on as normal. Of course, it's washable, so you should wash it after every day that you wear it. I would definitely recommend that. And actually, the CDC also recommends that as well. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for my videos on YouTube. I will have a unboxing today for a product that's been out for a little bit. I did an unboxing on it's on my Music Box podcast, but this one is going to be a video for unboxing for another product that actually is a little bit better than this product that I presented last time, along with the video I'm going to do about the mask. All on For Ulterior TV on YouTube. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got. I've been on for a minute. Wow, been almost an hour and a half. I'm way behind. As my father used to say, God rest his soul. I'm way behind, people. I need to go ahead and get my breakfast on. Let my dog go out there and not catch the virus or whatever. I got to clean up. My wife told me. It's part of the honey-do list. As I turn off everything here, I want to go ahead and get on out, guys. Just stay prayed up. We're going to be all right. I'm telling you, we are going to be all right. No doubt in my mind, we are going to be all right. I will play one of the songs from my choir. Find anything here, but we're going to be all right. I believe that. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out. All right, guys. DJ Wolf Live has been produced by DJ Wolf. Executive producer and researcher for this podcast, DJ Wolf. Check me out on For Ulterior TV on YouTube for more content. Also have download content available on Spreaker.com/DJ Wolf. Questions or comments I can be reached on For Ulterior TV in the comments section. And I can also be reached DJ Wolf Live at AOL.com. That's DJ Wolf Live at AOL.com. All right, guys and gals, this is DJ Wolf. I'm out and Z. Later.